Hey guys, Liz FPV here. So today I will be talking about this little guy right here. I don't have it put together because I haven't built it yet, obviously. But this is the DabberX Frame in conjunction with Ben Ayer and DabberX FPV, or the FPV name DabberX. So they came together and designed and built this frame, had it cut, and Ben had sent it to me. So I decided I was going to do a little review over it. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright you guys, we're here. Sorry my desk is kind of dirty. I had to switch over to my computer desk because I have a lot of projects going on over on my drone desk. So here we got the DabberX Frame. You can see the oil right there. That's so awesome. He actually has a mount, a session mount that has right up front here that has oil on it, and you can see the top plate right there. It's really cool. This is super unique. I've never seen a frame like it. I mean, obviously it was made by a couple of guys, a couple of good pilots, a couple of good friends. And so we got the 4mm arms. You can see they're pretty I can't see this breaking too often actually, and even if it does, it's just a quick arm swap. Not bad. Most 3-inch frames you see, I have a toothpick 3-inch frame, and I have another 3-inch frame. I'm not too sure what it is, but it's kind of a flat base like this rather than the traditional whoop style when it comes to toothpick frames. And so, like I said, we got the 4mm arms, and we have a 3mm bottom plate. And I don't know if you guys can see this or if my camera will pick it up very well, but there's actually two separate plates, and the arms fit in between those plates. And I haven't seen that since I have an older frame, 2015 frame or so, and those are the only frames that I really see it on, and that is my strongest frame, my longest lasting quad that I've had, and my very first quad. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this little guy. It's going to be the perfect little park ripper. And so the next choice is motors. I have a couple of flat rats I'm thinking about putting on there, but I'm not too sure. And in terms of flight controller, I'm going to be throwing the Transtec TTK, the Transtec ESC and FC from the Beetle. And my kind of ideology was behind that was I watched a lot of Beetle videos, and I want to make this light. It's going to be sub 250G. I'm going to be throwing a session on it, but it's going to be sub 250G. Hopefully that's what I'm going for. So I figured the Transtec would do it some real nice justice. And yeah, so there's the DabberX Frame by Ben Ayer, QuadMonkeys FPV, and DabberX. So yeah, let's get this thing built. So here we have the DabberX Frame. Really nice. It's a 3-inch. I have flown a little bit, and it is pretty fun, not gonna lie. I ended up with, let's get the Hulkin food weigher out right here. Alright, you good? Alright, I came in at 207 grams, and so with my 4S batteries that I use in my ProTech, it's a pretty heavy. Not gonna lie, I think I came out at like 270, 260 or so, but it will definitely be under 250 grams with some of the 3S batteries I do own, the smaller 3S batteries. I ended up going with the Ethics Rat 2800 kV motors. I think they're 1507. And I will say with the motors I have noticed, ooh, I got a prop bit back there, but with the motors I have noticed that I guess I should have went with a wider stance, stator size for this, because it does feel heavy. I'm not gonna lie, in my hands it does feel kind of heavy whenever I'm flying. My throttle isn't as, I don't want to say responsive because it is responsive, but my throttle should be heavier. But I guess it would have made a little bit more sense to use a Whoop AIO board. I just don't like those ESCs. I like having actual ESC board, so that way if one goes out it's easier to replace. And ignore those solder joints please. So yeah, but I also have the True RC Singularity on here as well. I love True RC. and this is my first DJI 2RC product, and I'd have to say it serves me pretty well. I am running a Vista with a Nebula Nano V1, and they say the Nano is pretty bad, but I haven't had any problems with it, and Crossfire, of course. So yeah, it's a fun little quad, and it's a fun little river so far. I enjoy it. I've flown it a lot line of sight, and it is really fun to fly line of sight. The weight is perfect for the throw, to look at like by eye, so it's really enjoyable and a lot of fun so far. So let's go ahead and go out and get a couple of flight videos with this, or at least one flight video. I also have a TBS Mambo now, so flying this with the Mambo feel, the Hall sensor gimbals and stuff is a lot of fun as well. I feel like I can push myself a little bit more, and I can push this thing a little bit more because it's close to indestructible. so yeah, so let's go gear up, let's go get out, and let's go see how this thing flies. Alrighty, here we are at the spot, the usual spot that I come to test these things. Got the DabberX here as well. So I did have to change the props because I wasn't getting, like I said before, I wasn't getting too much throttle resolution at all. And I talked to a buddy of mine, and he told me that it was more than likely my props. So I switched to a little bit more aggressive props. And I've already taken a flight with it, and it's pretty awesome. It's considerably better than what it was on the S3 props. I'm running, I think, Jim Fam flashes 30-45. So yeah, no, it's ready to go. It's rocking. And I also have this session mount right here as well. I will have that linked in the bio, because this drone is made to be, well, designed to be bottom mount. That's what Ben Ayer actually likes. DabberX and QuadMonkeys enjoy. They like the underslung battery. So yeah, I have the print up there for a top mount battery. It should be good enough for any 4S battery you have. I have a decent sized 850. So yeah, that'll be in the link down below.
Several months later.
Hello. So obviously I'm in a different location. I have first of all, that flight did not go how I wanted it to, but I said a whole bunch of good stuff that day, so I want to keep that in here, as well as I have a baby, so things happen. So this is just now the time I'm able to fly. So we're gonna do the flight test. Everything's the same with the DabberX. I actually had to replace a motor. Everything's the same with the DabberX again, like I said, but we're gonna be flying in this beautiful backyard. Everything I said before still stands. And let's get this thing in the air. Alright, you guys, here we have the DabberX 3-inch. See how this little guy rips. Get it up in the air, and I'm probably gonna rip for like 15 seconds or so, just get a good flight in, and then I'll start talking a little bit more, because I can fly a lot better when I'm not talking. So let's put it to the test first and then talk about how it's going. And we're all ready to go. Yeah, but woohoo! All right. So far, it's really nice. This is a beta flight stock tune, like I said, and it's flying really well, actually, for being stock. I'm gonna go in a little cruise mode so we can talk about it. So it's pretty close to indestructible. I've flown it a lot, and I've hit a lot of things, and nothing bad has ever really happened to it. I've had to replace a motor, but that's not the frame's fault. And yeah, it's a really rugged, really sturdy frame, and that's a really nice benefit. When I turn up the camera angle, this thing is a racer, and it is light enough. I'm right at, with depending on my battery size, I'm right at 250 grams actually. So it's a legal, non-register 3-inch FPV drone. It's nice. I also have a session mount for the quad that I have made on Tinkercad. Tinkercad. I need to learn a different Caddx program, but that will be in the description. Look at that. Barely any prop wash, but that'll be in the description as well. I would say that I'm going to put my tune down there, but it is a stock tune. So, but yeah, so the DabberX, as you can see, can definitely rip. I have really no problems with it. If you do want to pick this up, I highly suggest a prop that is more aggressive than S3, because I had S3s on this and it didn't work out too well. No, that didn't work out too well. I just felt like I couldn't control it. So yeah, let's go grab the quad and summarize this all up. Alright you guys, so that was the DabberX 3-inch. It was a really nice, as you can tell, the stock tune on Betaflight did perfect. I mean, I really couldn't complain at all. I had minimal prop wash. I was able to get a really nice line going, a really nice power loop and such like that. So if you're interested in this frame, make sure you reach out to Ben Ayer on Facebook or QuadMonkeys FPV. I'll tag him somewhere in the video, but QuadMonkeys or DabberX FPV. This frame is named the DabberX, so it's really fun. So if you enjoyed that flight, if you enjoyed this review, and you enjoyed the DabberX FPV 3-inch, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will also have some files down below for the DabberX FPV, because it's supposed to be bottom mount. So if you want to top mount it like I did, because I just enjoy it, I feel like it's better for freestyle and I don't bang up my batteries, this front mount will work with somewhat standard size XT30 batteries. As you can see, I have I'll link these batteries down below to the All-Line 4S 850 milliamp, and it fits perfect on there with that mount. That's how I made it. So that'll be down below. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you share. Thank you.